Well, that support by the Guarantee Trust Bank and two of the Hastings and Treatment Center. Well, more on that, we have in the studios the assistant general manager of GTB, and she's Bintu Ahadi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, since the outbreak of Ebola, is this your first intervention in the fight?
No, it isn't at all. The bank, in collaboration with other commercial banks as an association, donated over 100 million recently, not very long ago. And after that, individual banks have been making donations as well. So this is something that we hope to continue as the fight goes on, as we eradicate Ebola out of the country.
So, actually, what's the motivation behind this?
Well, as you know, we're all in the fight. This year, at this time of the year, is a period when, we start preparing for our staff Christmas party. And as I said earlier, we're not in the mood for a party this time, and of course the emergency situation. So we thought that rather than, have this money, put aside this money that had been provisioned for a Christmas party, we said let's donate to, the Ebola treatment centers around the country and help contribute and show more commitment towards this fight in the eradication.
Now, during your donation, were you able to see, the patients? And were you able to assess?
Fortunately, we were yesterday. We saw some patients that were at the recovery stage. And for some of them, in fact for most of them, I think that was their first time coming out into the sunlight. We saw them from afar and they were very happy. Okay. They were very thankful that, their lives had been saved. They were also happy to see faces, because they were saying to us that we're used to seeing people like in spacesuits. We were not seeing faces, but they were very happy to see faces, and it was very touching. It was a very touching
now,
moment.
I know this is not going to be your last, because this is not your first.
No, it isn't our first.
And now you're seeing these people. Has that been a point that you decided, or you've known what more you need to do?
Well, yes, it motivated us. It motivated us as a bank that we should continue to do more. It's part of our social responsibility, corporate social responsibility, and hopefully we'll continue to do.
And now Ebola is affecting everyone, every sector. How has it affected your bank?
As you would have heard, economically, national, economic-wise, we've all been affected. Okay. But, hopefully, things should be okay. We're not a bank that focus on just one sector of the economy. We're in various sectors, so we have been able to, balance situations. So far, we're okay.
But then now, are you going to go, because now we know about Hastings,
yes,
but then we have other treatment centers across the country. Do you intend, to also extend the helping hand to other treatment centers across the country?
All I can say is that, I cannot start making promises at this stage, but all I can say is that this is not going to be the end of it. We will continue. This fight is for all of us. We've all been touched. I'm sure every one of us can point a finger, can say we know one particular person.
Now, let us talk about your bank, because a bank is a public place. We have to go to transact business.
Yes.
Now, how secure are you? What are the preventive measures, that you put in place to ensure over time somebody doesn't take Ebola into the bank, that will probably affect other people?
Yes. Well, basically we know this, we're all aware of the ABC. We have, water sanitizers out there. People sanitize their hands before entering the bank, and we also have thermometers. Temperatures are tested, and we just make sure that we don't have full banking halls. We control the number of people going in, and they queue up, and when they're finished, and next set.
Because the bank is a bank that has a lot of customers.
Yes, a lot of customers.
So and we the health officials are talking about avoiding body contact.
Yes.
And there are times you see long queues,
Yes.
in the bank. Have you been able to manage that?
We are managing the situation. Of course, we have lots of ATMs around, automatic teller machines, so people do have ATM cards where they can go and access get money. They don't necessarily have to go to the bank to get money.
Now, you're talking about those at the treatment centers, but then also survivors are facing a lot of challenges, discrimination, stigma, as the case may be.
Yes.
And even after Ebola, that is post-Ebola, a lot of psychosocial problems are going to arise.
Yeah.
Do we intend to also intervene in that direction?
As I said, I cannot start making promises here, but we do have a corporate social responsibility to the society, and we will be intervening at different stages. We will be, we're not going to go away. We're going to continue, in the help.
And so, according to you, the money was raised, like for example, every year at the end of the year, you have, party,
Christmas party.
So this year, you've done the forgo alternative.
Yes.
And you have forgone the party,
yes.
And the money has been directed to the Ebola fight. Okay, thank you so much. And she is the Assistant General Manager of the Guaranty Trust Bank, and she has been to Al-Hadi. And the program you're watching is Good Morning, Sierra Leone. Alice.
Yeah.